After the Romans withdrew from Britain in the early 5th century, the island was left in a political and military vacuum. In this turbulent landscape, Germanic tribes from northern Europe began to migrate and settle, establishing what later became known as the Anglo-Saxon era, a period that formed the deep foundation of modern England. Between the 5th and 6th centuries, the Angles, Saxons, and Jutes arrived in Britain. They gradually settled, imposing their culture and language, which led to the decline of Romano-British culture. Several independent kingdoms were formed, such as Wessex, Mercia, and Northumbria, and they engaged in continuous conflicts for influence. In the 7th century, Christianity began to spread again through religious missions from Rome and Ireland. This resurgence led to a radical change in society, with monasteries emerging as centers of learning and writing, and the codification of laws and history beginning, thus contributing to the preservation of Anglo-Saxon heritage.
Beginning in the late 8th century, England was subjected to violent raids by Vikings from Scandinavia. Cities and monasteries were destroyed, and vast areas were occupied.
In this context, King Alfred the Great emerged, leading a successful resistance and laying the foundations for military and administrative organization, which helped the Anglo-Saxon kingdoms survive. By the 10th century, the idea of a unified England began to emerge. Most of the territory was united under a single monarch, and standardized laws and a more stable administrative system were established. However, this stability was short-lived, as the country faced increasing internal and external challenges. In 1066, the famous Battle of Hastings took place, in which William the Conqueror defeated the Anglo-Saxon King Harold. This event marked the end of the Anglo-Saxon era and the beginning of Norman rule, which forever changed the structure of government, language, and culture in England. The Anglo-Saxon era was not merely a transitional phase, but the cornerstone of England's political and cultural identity. From it emerged Old English, and concepts of governance and law took shape, ushering in new chapters in the history of Western Europe.